There are a couple of NIPERs which we are lagging behind, and NIPER Mohali was one of them that they have not been able to catch up with the vision which they have given to us, because Prime Minister has very categorically said that they have to achieve this vision, and then the entire funding and financial support from Ministry will depend upon achieving those visions. And I think I must be have the publication so far. And I think still we are 40 or 50 behind the vision which has been given to us. If I'm not, I think it is around 160 or 180. 180. So I request all the faculty to please help us in achieving the other goals, because these are the goals which we have agreed upon when we had a discussion with Ministry, and Ministry and the Prime Minister office came up with the goals. Patents, I think, okay, 8 patents have been granted, but this is something which we still are far behind. I think, again, if I'm not wrong, patents should be around 10. I think this 10 is the number which has been given to us for the year. This is again highest impact factor. Professor Sharma is the co-organizing secretary of annual conference of Society of Toxicology. Recently it was held in January 2019. I think it was through virtual mode. He is expert member of SERV committee for startup grant, NPDF, member GLP technical committee, member committee to explore the possibility of blocking of illicit use of dual use precursor narcotic control bureau, academic editor of a journal, editorial advisory board of another journal. Professor I.P. Singh is a visiting professorship of Shizuoka University, Japan. Aditya Gupta, he got second prize in North Zone in the DISO research presentation. It was again held online. Durgesh Kumar Devi, he is a Parisi Hinton Endowment Award for students, $1,500 US dollar. He was awarded by Risk Assessment Specialty Section of the Society of Toxicology. Dr. Lakshman Desai, Graduate Student Best Abstract Award by the Association of Scientists of Indian Origin, Special Interest Group of Society of Toxicology in California. He has also received Graduate Student Travel Support Award by Society of Toxicology US to attend SOT 59th Society of Toxicology 59th annual meeting and Tox Expo in US. These are MOU which has been signed last year. One was with the University of Florida, and then Centrion Pharma. It's good to see that there are a number of industries have come forward, and we have signed an MOU with this. And not only these industries with which NIPER Mohali has signed MOU, I think there are a number of other which are in pipeline and under consideration by our ministry. And I hope we will take advantage of this MOU which we have signed with the industry in speeding up our R&D activities. And I think even the secretary was very happy that NIPER SAS has signed MOU. Not only signed MOU, they are participating in each other's activities. So it's a good effort on that we have been, rather than with the academic institution, we have signed a number of MOUs with industry, and there are a few, I think, in pipeline. This is Pharmaceutical Heritage Center which we have, and there are few new entries in there. There's a group from this Percupin on display. This is some of the 3 very prestigious inclusion in this Pharmaceutical Heritage Center in the recent past. Academic session, so good to see that number of guest lectures were arranged by faculty, I think, but we need to speed up this guest faculty, because ministry again I'm repeating, secretary wants that there should be more and more guest lecture, and now what she has asked us that for next 1 year, and it will be a good idea that all these guest lectures, if they are through virtual mode, can be shared with other NIPERs, particularly with the NIPERs, small NIPERs like hours at library and even Hajipur. This is what she feels that it will encourage the participation of the student, and they can listen to these very honored speakers from not only from last year, but they are all very reputed in their own aspects. These are some of the other lectures which we have arranged last year, and during this period, this is a remarkable effort on part of faculty and also the staff and the students, that despite that there was a challenge, we kept on doing our activities, sitting at home while also coming radically to our lab and doing what our ministry and we expect from our faculty and the staff and the students also. So again, my thanks to all faculty, staff and students for not letting it down that that institute activities were kept on progressing and progressing in a big way. And I don't have to repeat, but this is a very prestigious efforts on our part, that we have planned a center of excellence for viral or antiviral drug discovery. And this is almost like 150 crores of project which we have planned. And I'm sure that this project will be approved by the ministry in the coming months. And it is in the final stage of the consideration. And if it comes starting Naipur, Mohali will go at least much deep and bound and achieving a name in contributing towards this viral diseases, because this is the only of its own kind after National Institute of Virology, where we will be focusing only on viral diseases. So this is a good not a good effort, but I think it's an excellent effort in formulating this project and submitting it to the ministry in time. And among the 3 centers for excellence which we have planned, like for 3 different Naipurs, I think this is under top consideration by the ministry. Again, I'll just go through the other research activities related to COVID-19 during last 1 year. This pharmacoinformatic analysis on the design of natural product is already I have discussed earlier while I was presenting the natural product department's contribution. Quantum medicinal chemistry of remdesivir, the CADD, the design of dipeptide derivatives, structure-based virtual screening of discover potential lead molecules for the SARS-CoV-2 main proteins, identification of potential SARS-CoV inhibitor integrating molecular docking of water thermodynamic, that structure-based identification of potential SARS-CoV main protease inhibitor. Now computational approach to design protein-degraded growth for main protease of SARS-CoV-2. Structural prediction of transmembrane protease SERINE2 and its inhibitor in the treatment of COVID-19. Computational design of receptor binding domain RNA based peptide against SARS-CoV. Molecular modeling. So these are all efforts I think which were made. I don't have to go through all these small titles which have been provided to me. But the only thing which I like to mention that we have not been sitting idle at home. We have been working very, very hard, even during this very testing time, and this contribution which I have gone through and that has been listed here. The faculty and the staff and even the students who were sitting at home, they were very active and they have been working very hard to achieve the targets which were given to us by ministry and the targets which they themselves have given to them to achieve and achieve. So it's all the acknowledgement, I think, all the faculty and the students, and not only the students but the staff also deserves a big acknowledgement and a big clap from my side for their efforts during this very testing time. Again, as you can see, not only the staff and faculty and the staff also was actively engaged in preparing this disinfectant which was given to the police stations, their hospitals and all alcohol-based disinfectants was prepared and distributed in NIPER during COVID-19 pandemic. So I think most of the NIPERs were active during this period, and even a small institute like ours also, they have been preparing disinfectant and sanitizers and distributing it to the people who need them during this period at a free of cost. And this is a good effort that at least this was done at our own end and distributed to the faculty and staff. This has been a good year for us for the reason that ministry after many years, they were a bit liberal in, I won't say that they have been very liberal, but they have been a bit liberal in giving us the money which we richly deserve for modernization of our laboratories. Not only laboratories, but our infrastructure, instruments, and I'm happy for the reason that a lot of orders were placed during this time, and number of new instruments I think might be coming in the coming months. And not only that, but our laboratories will now be renovated, and this is something which perhaps should now be done in a rigorous way, that all our laboratories should be modernized. All the instruments which we deserve and which should have been with us long time should now be there in NIPER Mohali. And this has been my motto in last 1 year, that trying to get more and more money for NIPER. And just to share, I mean, I don't want any credit for that, but I must share it. We had in the last meeting, financial meeting, which all the director participated, and then they allotted 10 crores, that's about 15, 1 month back. They allotted 10 crores to NIPER library. So I said, sir, don't give, madam, don't give 10 crores to NIPER library. Give only 2 crores and 8 crores should be given to NIPER Mohali. And she had a good laugh and she said, what is going on? I mean, people, most of the directors want money and you are asking your money to be given to Mohali. It's not that. It's what I feel, what I'm trying to convey here. I feel that our infrastructure should have been at par with the status which we have. NIPER Mohali, we always used to look at NIPER Mohali as a dream. So going around in the campus and seeing the condition of our laboratory, I felt pity. And I think let us acknowledge, let us thank our ministry that they have been a bit liberal now. I think they have given money to us, and they have promised that they are going to give some more money. I think she has promised in the last meeting that NIPER Mohali will get at least 100 crores more in the next few months. And this is the promise which she has given to us, and I am sure she will stick to the promise. And now what I feel that we have to stand by her, and we have to fulfill the promise which we have given to the ministry, that we will come up with some of the outstanding work from this particular institute. So this is the money which we got, almost 30 crores, and not only that, we got, I think, the 7th Pay Commission was introduced, and there are a small bit of other things which the ministry was very cooperative after long wait. There are a few other promises which I have given to the ministry, which I certainly will, before I hang my boot again next month, I will try to finish that promise also next 10-15 days. So with this, I thank all of you for their patience with me, and I think I have shared our contribution with my chief guest and the guest of honor. So this is one institute which perhaps we all used to be proud, and we are still very proud of, and we feel that in the coming months, in the coming years, this institute will not be number one in India, but we will get a much higher rank in the global circle. So this is all, and at the last, again, this will be perhaps my last address to Naipur Mohali for the reason that I won't say retiring because this is my second retirement because I retired once from DRDO and my second retirement will be next month. So, till I start my third phase of journey, this will be my last at the Department of Pharmaceutical. I thank each one of you, faculty, staff, and all the students for supporting me in hard time, and I don't know how far I have been able to come up to your expectations, but one thing I can definitely say that my sincerity was never at question. I always thought that whatever the task which has been given to me to achieve, I should try my best efforts. There may be lapses because having the charge of two institutes and that too in a testing time when there is a pandemic all around. I tried my best, and if I have failed and I have hurt anybody for some unknown reason, I don't know, and deliberately I have never done it, I may be excused. So I wish each one of you a bright future. Not only that, I wish this institute a very bright future in the coming years. And I will look always to Naipur Mohali as number one, and this will be my dream to see this institute reaching to a greater height. With these words, I thank each one of you and my best wishes, my blessings to all the students for their bright future. Thank you very much, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I request Professor Rahul Jain, Dean Naipur, to kindly introduce our guest of honor and invite him to deliver his speech.
A very good morning to all. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Dinesh Dua, who is our guest of honor for today. Dr. Dua is currently the CEO and whole-time director of MS Lecter Life Sciences, which is a $450 million US company. Immediately prior to joining the NLL, he was managing director of Akron India Private Limited, which is a 100% subsidiary of US MNC Akron Incorporation. Before that, he had a very successful 6-year stint at MS Nectar Life Sciences Limited as CEO and director on board between 2007 and 2012. So actually from Nectar, he went to Akron and now he is back to Nectar. Dr. Dua holds a Master in Business Management 1979 batch from Harvard Business School, promoted Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. He has more than 41 years of professional experience across various industries in leadership positions such as healthcare, pharmaceuticals and biologicals, petrochemicals, consumer goods, having worked in multinational organizations such as Hects, Sanofi Aventis, Berger Paints, and large Indian corporates like Reliance, Jubilant Organicis, Zydus Cadila Healthcare, and as president of Wokhard Limited International and Biotechnology Strategic Business Unit. He is immediate past president for Maxell, Ministry of Commerce, Government of India, North Indian chairman for Startup and Entrepreneurship for Confederation of India Industry, CII, and also past president of CII Chandigarh Council. He is also member Executive Council BDMA, Joint Secretary on the board of Rotary Chandigarh, and is also visiting faculty to leading and reputed management institutes in India. So with this small introduction, I invite Dr. Dua to address the audience. Dr. Dua.
Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Sajay Kumar, Dr. Flora, amazing speaker, that makes me very proud. And of course, Dr. Rahul Jain, thank you very much for my introduction. Distinguished faculty members, and the future of India in the pharmaceutical industry, boys and girls of Naipur, and future scientists and award winners. I mean, when I looked at what Dr. Flora presented, it excited me. It took me back 42 years into the precincts of Louis Grand Plaza, LKB as we call it in the Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. when these kind of presentations were made. And, you know, we, at least in India and overseas, felt absolutely top of the world that, look, we have passed out of great institutions. Today I have the same feeling, boys and girls, exactly the same feeling. I'm very proud of you, that you have so many patents. You worked so marvelously. We know Professor Evan, we know Saranjit Ji, Dr. Saab, right? I've been coming to your institute several times, and there are several projects on which we work. In my company, which is a fairly large API company, the third largest in India, and amongst the top 10 in the world, anytime, any issue, any problem, debottlenecking, it's up here in NIPER. That's industry academia for you. You know, somebody asked me, do you have a presentation? I said, no, in 10 minutes you don't do justice to presentation. So I'm going to speak from my heart and a little bit from my mind, whatever comes to my mind, and 10 minutes are allocated to me. You know, when you're passing out of this great institution, you know, you must know what pharmaceutical industry in India is all about. How have we evolved? And that's when I go back to the year that I passed out of IIM, 1979. And I joined the largest pharmaceutical company in the world called Hoechst Pharmaceuticals. I don't know how many of you, have you heard of a company called Hoechst? There were 100 names by which it is known. Anybody? Please make it interactive. Do you know there's something called Hoechst? Hoechst? Dr. Sanjay would know. You know it, right? So I started my career. It is currently known as Sanofi Aventis after serial mergers. You know, Sanofi, French company, and Aventis was another French company, RPG, and Hoechst. They combined together, merged together, created the largest company at that time. At that time, boys and girls, in 79, 80 and thereabouts, we were just importers like Pakistan, like Bangladesh. Bangladesh has improved dramatically, Myanmar, you know, whole host of Singapore for that matter, right? We were importing everything, made be API, made be formulations. We were beggars on the street. And you know what was my job as a young upstart like most of you? There were no computers at that time. They were just paperwork, take a notebook, note down at what price, what API, what formulation is being imported into India, right? And the objective, boys and girls, was to keep as much profit as possible in Germany. They were the largest at that point in time, right? And pay as little tax as possible. That really upset me, that you're cheating the government. In hindsight, I can say that. And you know, a metamorphosis came in Uruguay round of talks. The then Prime Minister of India, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, she refused to sign on the dotted line of evergreening of patents. Evergreening of patents is that even after patent expiration, you continue to evergreen it on flimsy grounds. We were very fortunate we had the right kind of bureaucrats, right kind of industrial representation, and the Honorable Prime Minister of that point in time, right? We never signed, we walked out, and we were given a domain, a time zone, that 31st of December 1998, it's so strongly etched at the back of my mind, right? If you have a process patent, you can't be shaped. A process patent is allowed, that means that process of the innovator will not be allowed. But any number of various pathways to the process development, it's definitely on. Product patents are not on. Product patents are on from a cutoff point of 1st of January 1999. That created a revolution in our country. Academia, here we are, all of the distinguished faculty here, the director and the dean, you know, these are all faculty. They came forward of their own and started working backwardsly into the chemistry part of it and created various